Hi guys, welcome to my movie fan channel. My name's Tyler. Today's review is going to be for Borat Subsequent Movie Film, the sequel to the original Borat, one of my favorite comedies of all time. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the like button down below, and also hit the little notification bell. That way you get alerts when I post a new video. And share this video around to all your friends and family on Facebook, Twitter, and all the different social medias. Crazy title and all, this movie really came out of nowhere. It was not on my radar. I did not even know about the production of this movie, and then they dropped it like a month after it was announced, and I was like, what the hell? And it was on Amazon, included with Amazon Prime. I'm sure the pandemic had something to do with its crazy release schedule, but the pandemic actually played into the movie, so I feel like they shot this really quick, and because I liked it so much and thought it was such a great follow-up and a great sequel, I hope they crank out another one like soon, like in another year or two. I know filming is kind of weird with schedules, but they could keep making these Borat movies all day and I'd be in for it. This movie came in hot though. Along with his extremely weird and hairy sons, Borat finds out that he has a daughter and he intends to marry her off to Vice President of the United States of America, Mike Pence, which is just ridiculous and awesome. And I can't believe that this movie kind of revolved around that. So he comes to America and is looking for some kind of powerful man to marry his daughter off to. Much like the first movie, this is a fish out of water movie, but it also deals with themes of the father-daughter relationship, and it makes satirical jabs at gender roles and race in society. I was discussing the movies with my friends, my roommates that I watched the movie with afterwards, and some of them believe that they kind of pulled their punches on this movie. I see that when it comes to steering it a little bit in the direction of social justice and political correctness, but then they also do things that just fly in the face of that, where they don't even care. They'll say whatever. They're a little bit more aware of the culture going on in America and the world right now and what's happening. But this is a satire on that, and they do really have their finger on the pulse still in this one, like they did in the first one. So if you're coming into Borat 2, that's to be expected, and you can't expect them to do anything different. But it works on a comedy level, on a satire level, it works. They even repeat some of those gags from the first movie, where like he's got Polaroid pictures of penises, and like you can't believe the things that you're seeing in this movie. It's just crazy. And the first movie was like that also, but they repeat some of those gags that some people might consider offensive, that they might think is not politically correct. But I mean, that's what Borat is. That's what you're in for. That's what you signed up for when you clicked play on the movie. I thought the actress that played his daughter did a really good job. She hasn't had like a huge role, especially in like American films from what I was looking at, but she was really great. And what a great first movie to really burst out on the scene with in kind of the spotlight, public eye. I was surprised that you really don't miss the presence of his big fat guy like sidekick from the first movie, although he didn't really talk. But the big thing surrounding this movie was the Rudy Giuliani scene, and they actually sort of pivot in the movie to, well, now we're going to marry my daughter off to Rudy Giuliani. This was crazy because the hype around it coming into this from like the news, it got out that there was this big thing and it got all politicized as just everything does nowadays. But the movie really builds to it too. And you can like feel like something's going to happen. I'm still trying to figure out what happened. I have no idea what's going on. There's so much going on in this. I have no idea what's happening. Did Rudy agree to play a part in this movie? Did he know he was doing Borat too? Like, did he think like, yeah, we're going to do a mock interview, but this is for the movie and this is funny, and look at me, I'm a funny guy, a fun guy, and I do these movies? Because he's in like Adam Sandler movie, just like standing up in the crowd playing himself. What did he think was happening here? Did he think this was a legit interview, and did they lie to him to deceive him to come in there? I don't know what happened. Was this a mock interview that they just kept filming? Was it like cleverly edited to get that? Was it all just kind of legit how it played out? It seems like it's edited a little bit. I don't know if like it's just voice dialogue audio is added in because there's like people's heads turned away sometimes and it cuts at a certain time. So there could be 10 minutes in between each scene where they're saying certain things, giving him directions to do certain things. I don't know. But then aside from that, there's pretty damning things that you can't really edit around that happen. The way he's touching her, that's just weird. My thing though is I can't wrap my head around, did they get this interview, film it, say, okay, this is going to be what Borat 2 is, write the script to revolve around the footage that they got? Or did they start writing the story like, yeah, we're going to set them up with some politician thinking maybe we'll have somebody play this guy? And that's how it was going to end. And it was always going to be Rudy Giuliani. And they actually got an interview with him. And they actually got all this footage that they could make look like something it wasn't. Or they got real footage of him. And they're like, holy shit, this is like crazy. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they pivoted the story halfway to like, well, we got this interview, let's do it now. But that's just nuts to me. I don't know if they did it mid-filming and they inputted his voice or reshot scenes and just said the name Rudy instead. I have no idea. I have no idea if they did this before or after, how the order of how they shot things, if they did certain things in that hotel room, or if they went back to the hotel room and did pickup shot. I have no idea what they did. This is crazy. But aside from that, just the movie on its own, what a worthy sequel. I was howling laughing watching this. I don't know how this will age as years go on and if it'll hold up as good as the first Borat did. But man, I enjoyed it. And I actually want to go back and watch it. I want to show it to people. I think it's really funny. I'm probably plugged into the political stuff, but I'm also just a Borat fan. It was kind of like the worlds collided, and it was everything that's going on now. Everybody's stuck in the house. It was kind of awesome to see. It was just a perfect storm of like humor and funniness, and it really like impacted me in a positive way where I was just having fun and laughing. So this is a great movie. I highly recommend this one. The first Borat also recommend you watch them as a pair. And then I also recommend that you go and watch my first Borat review back. And that way you get to check that out as well. But I'll link that up here, and I will see you guys in the next video.